the summer of 1947. A rancher stumbles upon a discovery that would ignite decades of speculation and fascination. Unfolding near a sleepy town in New Mexico, the Roswell Incident remains one of the most compelling and controversial events in modern history. A story filled with government secrecy, conflicting accounts, and mysterious debris that would forever alter the way we look at the skies above us. Was it merely a weather balloon? Or was it something far more extraordinary? Proof that we are not alone in the universe. This is Roswell, the incident that started it all. The year is 1947. On June 14th, rancher W. Mac Brazel made an astonishing find on his property, located roughly 75 miles north of Roswell, New Mexico. Scattered across the ground were curious fragments, strips of rubber, tinfoil, and sticks that looked nothing like the typical remnants left behind by a thunderstorm. Brazel, intrigued but puzzled, collected the pieces and held onto them. Little did he know, this simple discovery would spark one of the most famous sagas in UFO history. Weeks passed before Brazel, driven by mounting curiosity and rumors of strange lights in the sky, decided to take the debris to local authorities on July 7th. His visit to the sheriff's office set off a chain reaction that led to the involvement of the Roswell Army Airfield, RAAF. Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer renowned for his sharp investigative skills, was sent to examine the mysterious material. The following day, news exploded. RAAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. It was a moment that electrified the world, and then just as quickly, it all fell apart. Marcel himself was fascinated by what he saw. Metal that seemed unusually light, yet incredibly strong. Materials that, when crumpled, would return to their original shape. It wasn't just the physical appearance of the debris that puzzled him, but the entire set of circumstances surrounding its discovery. Eyewitness accounts claimed that the wreckage field stretched for miles, littered with bizarre and unrecognizable fragments. The Roswell Daily Record's front-page headline captured the public's imagination, thrusting the small town into the global spotlight. In a stunning reversal, the military abruptly changed their story. What was first reported as a captured flying saucer was now being dismissed as nothing more than a weather balloon. The debris, once portrayed as otherworldly, was suddenly mundane. Jesse Marcel, who had once confidently presented the strange material to the press, was now part of a quiet retraction that left more questions than answers. Brazel, feeling misled and frustrated by the uproar his find had caused, retreated from the public eye, haunted by what might have been. But why the sudden shift? Why retract such a bold announcement so quickly? The military's change of heart only fueled speculation. The incident was swiftly buried, filed away as a misinterpretation by an overzealous press and a naive rancher. Yet this explanation never quite satisfied the public, nor those who were there that day. For some, the abrupt change was the first hint that something much bigger was being hidden just out of sight. Rumors of a government cover-up spread like wildfire. Whispers of intimidation began to surface. Witnesses claimed they were warned by military personnel to remain silent about what they had seen. Families were reportedly threatened, and any evidence of the incident seemed to vanish almost as quickly as it had appeared. Even Marcel, a decorated officer, would later admit his doubts, suggesting that what he had encountered was far more than a mere weather balloon. The U.S. Army's official statement was issued hastily, with pictures of Marcel holding what was supposedly the recovered material. The images showed mundane objects, foil, sticks, and rubber. Yet, behind the photos, the narrative continued to unravel, with skeptics insisting that the debris displayed was a deliberate ruse, a prop to distract the world from a deeper truth. The Roswell incident might have faded into the annals of local legend, if not for the determined efforts of one man. In the late 1970s, Stanton T. Friedman, a nuclear physicist turned ufologist, rekindled the dying embers of Roswell's mystery. Interviewing Jesse Marcel, Friedman uncovered a story that had been suppressed for decades. Marcel, no longer bound by his military duties, spoke openly of his doubts about the official narrative. The fragments, he insisted, were not of this earth. Friedman's interview sparked a resurgence of interest, and soon more witnesses came forward. Accounts of strange materials that could not be burned, bent, or torn surfaced, and whispers of alien bodies recovered from the crash site began to circulate. What had once been a forgotten footnote in military history now stood on the brink of becoming one of the most explosive UFO stories ever told. Friedman was not alone. Researchers like J. Allen Hynek and Jacques Vallée joined the fray, delving into government archives, interviewing witnesses, and compiling a mountain of circumstantial evidence that suggested a much grander cover-up. Reports of secret bases, hidden autopsy footage, and testimonies from military personnel who claimed to have seen non-human bodies all began to coalesce into a compelling, if unproven, narrative. The UFO community was no longer satisfied with the weather balloon explanation. They wanted answers, and Roswell was ground zero in their search for the truth. As public fascination grew, so did the calls for truth. Finally, in 1994, the U.S. Air Force sought to put the rumors to rest with a bombshell revelation. The wreckage recovered near Roswell had indeed been from a balloon, but not just any balloon. It was part of Project Mogul, a top-secret endeavor designed to monitor Soviet nuclear tests. Equipped with state-of-the-art microphones, these balloons were a critical part of the Cold War's covert intelligence gathering. The declassified Project Mogul documents painted a picture of a government desperately trying to maintain secrecy during a time of heightened geopolitical tension. The balloon array, laden with microphones and radar reflectors, was a sophisticated tool for eavesdropping on Soviet atomic bomb tests. The materials described, metallic foil, rubberized fabric, and lightweight beams, matched what was recovered on Brazel's ranch. While the military's admission explained the strange materials found by Brazel, it did little to satisfy the growing belief that something extraterrestrial had occurred. To many, Project Mogul was just another layer in an elaborate government cover-up, a way to mask the true nature of the Roswell crash. The explanation was factual but not satisfying. It quelled the official narrative, but fueled the fires of conspiracy that still burn today. Critics argued that Project Mogul, while fascinating, still didn't fully explain the extent of the cover-up. Why the need for secrecy after all these years? Why the sudden change in narrative from the initial flying saucer report? The questions continued to linger, and the official explanations often seemed like too little, too late. Roswell, once a sleepy town on the edge of the desert, was now the epicenter of the world's fascination with UFOs. Every year, thousands flock to its annual UFO festival, celebrating the mystery that never seems to fade. Books, documentaries, movies, all have tried to capture the essence of that fateful summer night in 1947. The Roswell Incident isn't just a story. It's a symbol of humanity's enduring curiosity and the constant search for answers. The influence of Roswell has permeated pop culture, seeding countless conspiracy theories and even influencing the portrayal of extraterrestrial life in film and television. The idea of a government hiding evidence of alien contact has become a cultural touchstone, a persistent reminder that even in an age of information, some secrets are fiercely guarded. Despite the official narrative, many still believe that what crashed in Roswell was not of this earth. The testimonies, the conflicting reports, the culture of secrecy, all have combined to create a legend that defies easy explanation. As technology advances and new information comes to light, Roswell remains a beacon for those who refuse to accept simple answers to complex mysteries. And perhaps, in that sense, the truth of Roswell is still out there, waiting to be discovered. In the end, Roswell is more than just an event. It's a question that refuses to be answered. Whether you believe in aliens or accept the military's account, the incident continues to challenge our understanding of what's possible. It's a reminder that sometimes the answers we seek are not hidden in official statements, but in the spaces between, where doubt, hope, and the human desire to believe collide. The Roswell incident marked the beginning of a new era, one filled with intrigue, secrecy, and the unending quest to understand what truly lies beyond our world. As we close this chapter, we prepare to dive deeper into the shadows with our next episode. Area 51, Unveiling the Government's Secrets. Don't miss it. Follow us, join the discussion, and be part of the journey as we continue to explore the mysteries that define our past, present, and future.